Hey, என்ன பண்ற?
Guess what? We are on our way to Kumbakonam, famously known as the temple town. But here is the exciting part. We have decided to take the state highway instead of the usual national highways. Why? Well, we are all about avoiding the traffic and soaking in the beautiful countryside view along the way. So far, the journey has been amazing. We passed through Pannauti and Neyveli. The charming scenic villages between these two towns have added an extra layer of beauty to our trip. We are crossing the Anakarai Island Bridge, which was built by the British. Believe me, this set of two bridges, which connects the island to the mainland, was built 100 years back by the British. This was built to control water, provide electricity, and to allow vehicle pass to the other side. And even today, after 100 years, it's functional.
One of the first few Catholic churches were actually established in Kumbakonam. Right now I'm in front of St. Mary Cathedral, which was established 95 years back by Bishop Petrix. And it's 95 years old church, one of the biggest church in Kumbakonam. Beautiful architecture outside. Inside it's little simple, but they have mass every Sunday, and we came and attended the mass today morning. It was very nice to see a lot of people coming up to the church on Sunday morning to worship. Kumbakonam, a small town with many temples. It's known as Temple Town, and what it's famous for? It's famous for temples. You have a lot of flowers. Most of the streets is flooded here with flowers, obviously because of the temple. You have a lot of metal or brass vessels. Again, that is also related to temple. And apart from temple, if you want to see something here, then there are many rivers. Bellar River, which flows nearby, and what else? Kumbakonam is famous for coffee. Kumbakonam coffee, you would have heard. So there are places here which have been serving coffee for more than 120 years, and you get authentic, very strong coffee here. It's nice. It's a little different from what you get on the highway, but it's nice. Apart from temples, there are also church and mosque. There's a huge Catholic population here, so you have churches which are 100 years old in Kumbakonam, which was established by the British. So it's a very interesting town. So if you're here for a day or two, you have plenty of things to do actually in Kumbakonam.
As soon as we reached Kumbakonam, we decided to take a walk around the town. We stayed in a hotel named Set, which was a huge disappointment. The bus connectivity from Kumbakonam to Tanjore, Trichy, Chennai, Karaikal is very frequent. The town is super clean, and an aerial shot of the town shows how many temples are there, the lakes within the city maintained so well, and how green Kumbakonam really is. Kumbakonam by far is one of the best towns we have visited in Tamilnadu so far. By evening, we decided to enjoy the famous Kumbakonam coffee. The Mangalabiga hotel is said to be 120 years old, serving the same authentic coffee and amazing dosa with varieties of chutney.
We are in a hotel which is more than 100 years old, famous for coffee and also having dosa. This place is known as
Mangalambiga.
Mangalabiga Hotel. Quite popular in Kumbakonam. So as soon as you remember Kumbakonam, you remember coffee. But there are few franchises which are like more than 100-120 years old. They still maintain the same way of making coffee, and that's why these places are very popular. As soon as we got home in Kumbakonam, the first thing we made sure was to come, have tiffin and coffee. It's very strong, but tastes like the same filter coffee which we have.
The streets of Kumbakonam is not only clean but also smells really good. There are flowers everywhere for the devotees to buy and offer to gods. Since there are many temples, there are many flower shops. Early morning, we decided to check on the two temples which are close to our hotel, Sarangapani temple and Aadi Kumbeswarar temple. These two temples are 1 kilometer from each other. The Aadi Kumbeswarar temple is said to be 1100 years old and it is the largest temple in Kumbakonam. And the tower at the gate is 120 meters tall. The Sarangapani temple is more than 2000 years old. You can see how the entire city is built around these two temples. Each streets around the temple will tell you the stories of the Cholas, the Vijayanagara emperors and the Madurai Nayaks. If you are in Kumbakonam and there is only one thing you could do, then you need to visit the Dharasuram temple, which comes under the protection of UNESCO. The design, carving, stonework built by the Chola dynasty. Each pillar and the ceiling is a masterpiece.
Old guy was fighting with the
This is the Dharasuram temple in Kumbakonam, one of the biggest temple I have ever seen. This is Shiva's temple. The one which we went in the afternoon is Vishnu's temple. And this is beautiful. The priest is also very nice. Dharasura temple is not inside the city. Idu vandu city lande konja dooram, or 4-5 kilometers outside you have to come. But it's beautiful here because not many people are there. The temple is surrounded by a huge court. So you can bring children, you get a lot of snacks, you can sit and you can have fun. Temple is also very clean, very nice, lot of architecture work. There are so many pillars. I think maybe 1,500 pillars inside the temple, and each pillar has a design of some god or some guru teaching something. The Vishnu temple which we went in the morning, photography was not allowed. Here there is no place where it is written you should not take photos. So I think inside the temple, to respect people's prayer, I did not take any picture, but outside I think it's allowed because priest saw me and he didn't say anything. There are only 5 UNESCO sites in Tamilnadu, and Dharasura temple is one among them. There are 3 temples built by the Chola dynasty, and this one, the Dharasuram temple, is one among them. These three temples, one here and two in Tanjore, are sister temple, which comes under the UNESCO. It's protected by the UNESCO. If you come to Kumbakonam, this is one place you have to come. There are temples inside the city as well, but if you are a tourist who is coming just to see for the sake of architecture, then I think you have to come here first. The Dhanusara temple, to see the architecture. 1000 years old temple, and still it's maintained, so beautifully kept. If you go to any other temple in Kumbakonam, it's very crowded. It's inside a small street. You will have to maybe take the bus to the nearest bus stop and then walk 500 to 600 meters. But this temple, because it's a little bit outside of Kumbakonam, you have a huge parking, and you can take the car till the temple gate, and then you can come inside the temple. The contribution of Cholas with respect to architecture, art and culture can be seen once you come to this place. Ponniyin Selvan, the movie, yeah, this is what it's all about. We are starting from here. Next we are going to have a coffee at a coffee shop which is 120 years old. Kumbakonam coffee.